Welcome back to the Pitch Award session here at the Potsdam Science Park Conference 2020. My name is Christian. I'm a startup consultant with Potsdam Transfer at the University of Potsdam. We will get to know 6 exciting startups founded or based in the lovely city of Potsdam. And we know all, there is no competition without a winner and a prize. So therefore, I would like to take the opportunity to introduce the sponsor of this session, the Süddeutsche Datenschutzgesellschaft, roughly translated as South German Data Protection Agency. Welcome and thank you. Our first startup wants to bring the construction sector into the 21st century. Sounds a little bit hard, and I think it is, but Jerome Lange, founder, co-founder, and his co-founders are very confident to get the job done. So let's meet Jerome von Koppla.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Christian.
I thought now will be the
here.
Yeah, I'm happy to have you. I thought now will be the video. So I would say just play the video to get to know Jerome and Koppla.
I'm Lasse, one of the founders of Koppla. We are building the first cross-company and cross-process communication platform for construction companies.
Lasse is our tech guy. He's the one responsible for building the platform. Marco is the one who knows this construction sector. He worked in there for many years and knows how to speak the language. Me, myself, I'm the one with the startup experience. I worked in many startups in Berlin and know how to grow a company.
We as a founding team know each other for a long time. Marco and I know each other since childhood, basically. And Jerome joined us when we went to high school in Berlin together.
When I started working on the construction sector or in the construction sector, I had a lot of problems and challenges in my daily business with the communication and documentation with the sites, between the sites, with our subcontractors. I couldn't imagine that this could be the 21st century. So I talked to Lasse and Jerome about my problems, and yeah, we found a solution, and now we are doing Koppla.
If you look at a construction site, you have 20 to 30 different companies working together to build this building. You have someone doing the electricity, you have someone doing the windows, you have someone doing the floor. And all of them have to work with each other. At the moment, they don't communicate with each other when they work with each other. So they do it all on paper and have a lot of paperwork, and you have a lot of delays, the costs are rising in these projects, and we are trying to solve this. So we built a very easy to use app, which we give out to construction workers, which they can use on the field and share the data with their co-workers.
On the tablet, we can see a digital copy of the whole building. What we can see now is an overview from all floors, and how we can see all the floors are running very well. This is what the green light indicates, and if something goes wrong, we can react and communicate with the subcontractor directly.
We are currently in the process of going live on the first big construction sites, working closely together with some of the biggest construction companies in the German sector. We are planning to be the collaboration platform for construction in Germany and in the world, running in small family-sized offices up to big corporates.
We are Koppla.
So Jerome.
Yeah, cool video. Love the video. So now it's my time to pitch.
Yeah, is this the first time you saw the video?
Yeah, it's the first time I saw the video.
Okay.
So like really hard to find something that I can say and now anymore. Yeah, but let me start again. Like I think the first seconds were also muted a little bit. Oh yeah, give me 3 minutes.
You have 3 minutes. That's the rules.
All right. Exactly. Like as you have seen in the video, construction is really all about collaboration. So if you think of the biggest construction site you can imagine, you have like 5 houses, and in each house you have 20 different crafts. You have like the electrician, you have like a floor layer, you have a painter, and all of them need to work together. And if they don't work together, things that happen which no one wants to happen. Like we know cases where the painters came to the construction site and the wall wasn't there because the wall wasn't delivered. And all of these delays are subject to bad communication, bad collaboration. And it's really key that all construction people can work together internally and externally. Internally means that you can communicate with your co-workers, with your back office in the office, and that you can send all the data to them and receive the data from them. But it's also super important to work externally with other construction companies because you have all these dependencies. And at the moment, there's no system for this in place. So you have different system for different companies. So you have like, if you're a really big construction company, you have a different system. And then if you're a really small construction company, then you have like a easy system or no system at all. And that's a huge problem because the data is not being shared. And the reason for that is that the systems are sometimes too easy, sometimes too complicated. And that's why we introduced Koppla. Koppla is the first collaboration platform which works for both big construction companies and small construction companies because we have different modules. We have like a module for like really high or really big building sites and also a module for really small companies. And we already introduced these systems. They are up and working. And we are really the only one doing construction projects ranging from 50 euros to 82 million euros. And that's like our USP because we allow the collaboration. We are having more than 30 customers right now, ranging from the traditional family company with 3 employees to big corporates with 800 employees. And our business model is working as a software as a service model where you pay monthly subscription base. And we were founded 6 months ago in Potsdam, received funding by the German Federal Ministry for Economic Affairs. And we also received an investment from the Hasso-Plattner Institute, where most of our employees are from. And at the moment we have 15 people and in a very energetic time of developing the platform, new features every week. And I'm super happy to be here and looking forward to your questions.
All right, thank you. You nailed the 3 minutes. My first question would be, what is your biggest challenge right now at the moment?
The usability, because it has to be really easy on the construction side to use, because they need to share all these data, they need to send documents, they need to track times, they need to have the ability to chat or to flag some deficiencies if something is not working. And this needs to be really, really simple because most people out there are not digital natives. And so we're doing a lot of user testing, talking to construction companies to do it right.
Okay, thank you. Since we don't have a question from the audience right now, please put questions in the chat box. A second question maybe, how do you finance yourself right now?
So we have a revenue. So in the first 6 months now, we did more than 30,000 euros in revenue, and just really starting the sales process where we are selling to construction companies. Of course, we're not profitable yet, so we did like a financing round with multiple investors, which is financing us at the moment.
All right. So thank you, Jerome. I guess I see you later again.
Cool.
And
then thank you so much.
I send you to backstage and I introduce the next contestant. Next up, our second contestant makes indoor farming more sustainable and more profitable by reducing the energy consumption of the lighting system in the indoor farms. Please welcome Dr. Prash Makaram.
Hi, Christian. How's it going?
Hi, Prash. Now he's there. So let's take a look at your video, I guess.
Hi, we are at the greenhouse in Max Planck Institute for Molecular Plant Physiology. My name is Dr. Prash Makaram. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Crocus Labs, and we are disrupting the indoor horticulture market with our smart lighting systems. As you can see, most of these greenhouses have this sodium lamps, which are first super inefficient in electricity wise, and to replace them it is super expensive because the current state-of-the-art LEDs are quite expensive. My co-founder and I found out a very clever way of building a new technology which could significantly reduce the electricity consumption costs, and this is the basis of why we found the company in order to make indoor farms more sustainable and profitable. The founding team consists of myself and Dr. Mo Aziz. Mo is a world LED expert. He has commercialized several LED technologies in the past, and I myself a serial entrepreneur in the sensors and sensor system space. In addition, we have 3 more people. They have a horticulture background besides the domain expertise they bring in. Mo and I met at MIT while we were doing gallium nitride research 10 years ago, the same technology that we are using currently for our company. And last year, in December, we decided to join together to start this company, Crocus Labs. Our vision is to disrupt the indoor horticulture market by replacing current systems with our smart lighting system, thus making them profitable and climate sustainable. In the short term, we want to engage with at least one greenhouse maker and an indoor farm to replace their systems with our LEDs. And finally, we also want to establish ourselves in the Berlin-Brandenburg region.
Okay, so I hope the audience knows now a little bit more about your project, but you have also now 3 minutes to convince the audience from your idea and to win the pitch award. So
Okay, yeah.
your 3 minutes are now.
Well, first, I think I should say thank Max Planck and Potsdam Science Park to giving me this opportunity to pitch. So as maybe said, this is the first time I'm also seeing the video, but as you see in the video, there is we are talking about indoor farms, and there is an indoor farming revolution happening. There's significant, at least in 2019, there was about 470 million investment in just in indoor and vertical farms. And then there's a whole initiative with farm to fork and reducing carbon footprint of where our food comes from. So more and more greenhouses are trying to trying to add more of these artificial lights so that they can start growing crops over the winter. But the biggest, there's two major problems with indoor farms today. One is that first, 57% of all the products that are grown in indoor farms, especially, is leafy greens. And if you think about vertical farms, it's 100% is leafy greens and microgreens. And this brings to the second point, which is artificial lighting. Running artificial lighting in indoor farms is expensive, because most of these lighting, even LED systems, are super inefficient. That means they convert about 20% of their input electric energy into light, and the rest of it is released as heat. And this is what we want to change. At Crocus Labs, what we have figured out is we have made our diodes in such a way that we can convert about 40 to 50% of the input energy into useful light. And this is not only, and also most lighting systems, if you think about it today, they use either blue or red. Red is the most efficient, and then blue is partially efficient. And when you start going into white, you lose the further efficiency. What we can do is we can do it across the entire spectrum, all the way from blue to red, including green and amber. This means we can mimic the sunlight in indoor at a very high efficiency. So you get both the benefit from us high efficiency lighting system, and so in order to do this, we have put together a very strong team. As I already mentioned this, my co-founder Aziz, he's been working on this LED technology for the last 20 years, and I've been working in sensors for the last 20 years. And I think together we got a good team that can pull this off. And so, as I said, we are a young team. We are just setting up the company. We have, at Potsdam Science Park, we are trying to put our, establish ourselves here. Besides that, we have also got some market traction, and I'm running out of time, but we got a few LOIs, and we have been talking to some indoor farms and greenhouse makers who want to start doing some initial R&D work with us.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
So let me help you out there. Maybe you can talk a little bit more about the target market. So which markets which are your customers, and where are your customers?
Okay, well, at the moment, we are targeting mostly the customers in Europe, and we have a pretty broad customer base because we are targeting both vertical farms and greenhouses. So our biggest customer would be a greenhouse maker like Kubo or HortiXS out of Netherlands. They build greenhouses everywhere, and they, if we enable them, provide them with light system, they could just basically turn it out. And then we are also talking to vertical farms like InFarm, who are also interested in high efficiency lighting systems.
Okay, thank you. And we have one question from the audience. So please explain the business model. What benefits have customers besides costs?
Well, the biggest benefit is the cost, because if you think about it, 75% of vertical farms are not profitable and 25% of greenhouses are not profitable. So for them to really be profitable and cost is the biggest thing. And the second big thing is the type of crops that they can grow. As I said, they can only grow leafy greens, but because we can mimic the sunlight, they can start growing a whole variety of crops. We have even demonstrated growing peppers in 100% LED indoor.
Okay, thank you very much, Prash. See you in a bit. You go back to the backstage. Thank you. So I introduce the next contestant. Now we're coming up, Natalia Realpe Carrillo. I hope it's kind of correct. She is one of the founders of HEDERA Sustainable Solutions, a Potsdam-based impact startup which develops digital solutions for achieving the United Nations Sustainability Development Goals in development countries. Correct? You are mute? Yeah.
Yes, Sustainable Development Goals in developing countries.
You know the drill. 3 minutes also for you.
Thank you.
I wish you luck.
Can you imagine today, while we are streaming live now, out of 5 persons still live without access to electricity, and 1 in 9 have no access to clean water. And most of them live in rural areas. At the same time, thousands of organizations worldwide are committed to help them. And they are currently investing more than $400 billion in sustainable development projects. But the way to reach these underserved households is very long. And we need to understand first, what are their needs? Are they living totally in darkness, or do they use kerosene, candles, for instance, or diesel generators? And would a small loan for acquiring solar clean energy technology help them? Or if they acquire it, how has it helped them? Conducting these field studies is very expensive. And now, given the pandemic, actually in several countries is impossible. And these studies are not only necessary for understanding the needs, but also to evaluate the impact of the investment. Has this money really helped this household? We believe that the only way forward to support the local organizations is to support them. And HEDERA empowers them to use the latest digital tools in order to understand these needs, to monitor and to track the progress of improving the life of quality of the people. How do we do this? As you saw in the video, our intuitive app for data collection is used by the employees of these organizations on site when they interact with the customers, also without even having a stable internet connection, as it happens in developing countries in very rural, remote areas. These organizations can be financial institutions or technology providers. On the back end, our software evaluates data and visualizes results in a very simple, and for us with a very complicated software. And this is in real time according to the latest assessment standards. The digital reports that we get out of this analysis, they can be shared with the impact investors so that they see what is happening overseas with their money. This enables us to reduce the cost for market and impact studies up to 80%. Next year, we will launch a networking platform for the whole impact investment sector, and there all investors can interact efficiently and connect and see or show this impact that they have achieved using this detailed data from households. We have established a wide network for partners, including microfinance networks, institutions, MFIs, NGOs, universities, and investors. And one of our clients is the United Nations Capital Development Fund, who is investing more than $15 million in Uganda in companies selling clean energy technologies. And we're helping them now with 10 of their investees to digitize their client assessment and impact monitoring. This is a great achievement and a milestone also for UNCDF. We are, as you saw, we are 4 co-founders with a very strong background in sustainability, in economics, in mathematics, and data engineering. And our company has been founded this year We're currently raising €1 million to finance the upscale of our products and extend the market, extend the outreach of our market.
Thank you very much, Natalia. So my first question would be about the business model. So you depend, or your main income source is like governmental or development institutions. Do I understand that right?
So we can have the type of clients are whether impact investors or microfinance institutions or directly the companies that sell the technologies in the ground.
Okay, thank you. And where do you need help right now? How could the audience help HEDERA to reach its goals?
We want to expand our technologies and our solutions, so that's why we are raising this venture capital. We want to extend our software in terms of the features that we have, using also artificial intelligence to reduce also the time of the surveys. It's already 5 minutes. Like we have already reduced and optimized this to be able to acquire these impact indicators. And we want also to be to have the outreach up to very rural, remote areas, having more clients overseas.
Okay, so if you're interested in the topic, please reach out to Natalia and let her know. And so I would send you back to the backstage area and see you in a bit.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. Our next startup is based directly at the Potsdam Science Park, where we all would be right now if there wasn't the thing called Corona. So Photonic Insights is developing low-cost optical sensors augmented with artificial intelligence. Please welcome founder and managing director, Mike Richardson. Hi, Mike.
Hello. Wonderful to join today. It's such a beautiful day out here in Potsdam.
Yeah. How are you?
Really good, really busy, and really excited. I mean, these pitches I've seen, there's really some competition here and some really amazing, diverse products and services being shown.
Okay, so let's introduce Mike with his video, I guess.
Hi, I'm Mike from Photonic Insights, and we develop low-cost spectrographic instruments. Our team consists of Andre Sprenger, a world-class expert in machine learning who learned his skills in the London financial market 6 years ago, CEO Daniel Hetzel, who is deeply involved with the Berlin startup ecosystem. He is our organizational master, and myself, managing director and founder. Andre and I met at an artificial intelligence conference where we both stumbled across each other and shared our love of spectroscopy. Daniel and I have been colleagues for years, working actively to support the deep technology ecosystem in Berlin. Years ago, I developed a system for analyzing hazardous materials at the Port of Seattle, and I've been following the cost reductions ever since then. Spectroscopy is one of the only ways to solve a plethora of problems presented to humanity. It's a way for us to analyze what's in materials all around you. Now, this capability already exists, but these devices are very expensive. And so what we're doing to disrupt is to make a low-cost device that is augmented with artificial intelligence. This is our current device. I call it Photon 1. It is being used in Sri Lanka right now to characterize the tea harvest. With it, we are able to identify certain quality aspects and also detect the presence of contaminants. But that's not the only device we're working on. This is our high-resolution spectrometer that's going to be deployed in the field to support the lower-resolution devices that will be distributed and deployed en masse. However, we have more than this. We are also developing, and this is a functioning working prototype of our skin analyzer. Do you know how much sun protection you need when you go out in the sun? We do. So our vision is to deploy massive amounts of low-cost spectrometers, and this is where we're headed. We are going to put spectrometers in storm drains. We are going to put spectrometers in farm fields. We're going to put spectrometers in your supermarkets. Anywhere that spectral sensing is needed, Photonic Insights plans on deploying a sensor.
I think you're mute.
Wow, thank you so much. And just gotta thank the team at Potsdam Science Park for making these videos for us. It's the first time I saw it. Thank you.
I really loved the closing statement. I had goosebumps as I saw it yesterday. I don't know if I should be afraid.
We're going to add another, spectrographic data giving us materials intelligence. Think of it on the map. But I guess that now I need to use my pitch, right? My pitch time.
I guess so. We are in a hurry. So 3 minutes also for you.
Well, hi, everyone. And this is really an amazing day. So I really thank you for taking the time to watch our pitches today. So I've got a question, and we're going to be really specific with our spectroscopy. Do you know what's in your tea? Are you sure you're really drinking what you purchased? And then if you bought this tea, is it graded accurately? Is it really from the area I thought its origins from? Like, is it from Sri Lanka? Is it from Kenya? Is it from Darjeeling? And does it have beneficial levels of polyphenols and other chemicals that people are looking for health aspects? And lastly, is it adulterated? Is it contaminated? Is it really organic tea, as the label says? Well, Photonic Insights solves these big problems with a small price with our low-cost, portable near-infrared spectrometer. We have a working, this is being used in Sri Lanka right now, and we're working on digitizing the tea industry in Sri Lanka. So these devices are being used. We've been gathering data for months. And the pillars of our product are that the hardware is our custom design. Our machine learning, hyperparameter tuning, not the algorithms, but the hyperparameter tuning is custom. It's our own code. Our system integration, we're very strong with that because it's optimized to work with edge-based systems, meaning that we have devised our system so we don't necessarily need the cloud to get readings in the field, right? And we're able to fuse our spectral data with other data. So, like, how big? Let's just go. How big is this tea market? Did you know it's a $13.9 billion market per year with a compound annual growth rate of 5.5%? So there's a lot of potential there just with tea. And our business model, right now, we're software as a service, and we charge per API call. So we integrate with systems like SAP, for example. So when a tea importer is using our device to scan tea, and they make a call and it goes into their ERP system, our business model is to get a fraction of that API call. We also monetize the data because we have agreements with every single tea exporter in Sri Lanka right now. Okay, so we are able to use this data for our own purposes and gain other insights. We do have competition, not in the tea space and not in the low-cost space. We really are doing something that we know is going to be copied, but we've got some first-mover advantages right there. And something to add about our team, we've got a team of 6 people now. So I started this 3 years ago, and then I had to take a year in hiatus. And I guess my vision's strong enough that I've attracted 6 people. And what are we looking for? We're looking for financing and partners that are interested in all aspects of tea. And lastly, to go with what I said in the video, tea is only the beginning. Our next project in Sri Lanka is we're going to be able to tell you about this cinnamon. By the way, this is called Hamburg 2 grade. And you're probably not eating real cinnamon. And so if anyone has questions about this, please let me know. You're probably eating something called cassia. And our tech is going to tell you, is it cassia or real Sri Lankan cinnamon? Am I okay on time?
Yeah, you're great on time. Thank you, Mike. So first question, where are you at where are you at right now? Where can I get the cinnamon?
Well, I'm right next door to you, so you can the cinnamon, we have access to specific craft cinnamon producers in Sri Lanka. So actually, we could have a conversation about that, and I can open up a pipeline and get you some real cinnamon.
We will talk about that, I guess.
Yeah, love to share that information with people.
All right.
Absolutely.
So we have a question from the audience. How do you want to finance Photonic Insights in future?
Well, we just, this is another exciting development. I actually sold the company last week. It's a GmbH. I am a shareholder now. My 2 German partners believe in this so much that so we have a GmbH. So how would we look for some financing? Specifically, I'm looking for angel financing and anyone who is interested in joining Photonic Insights either via share purchase, we're looking for VC, and we're looking for angel. We're all self-financed right now. I've used my savings, and my partners have used our personal savings because we did this to launch, so we have maximum flexibility.
Okay, I guess that's it with the questions. Thank you very much, Mike. We will also see you later in a bit. And I send you back to the backstage. Thank you. And I will introduce our next contestant. The startup is called Havelmi, and they produce and sell a regional bio oat milk or oat drink. So welcome, Pavo Günthers, co-founder and CEO of Havelmi. Okay, I guess we can start with the video.
Ich bin Pavo von Havelmi, eine Genossenschaft 15 Kilometer nördlich von Brandenburg im kleinen Dörfchen Ketzür.
Ich bin Sarah, wir entwickeln einen regionalen Bioland-Haferdrink in der Mehrweg-Glasflasche Havelmi und ich bin für den Vertrieb und das Marketing zuständig.
Unsere Genossenschaft wurde im September 2019 von 6 Mitgliedern gegründet. Unsere Mitgliederzahlen sind stetig steigend, darunter sind Privatpersonen, HändlerInnen und andere Firmen.
Durch das Konzept der Genossenschaft sind unsere Kompetenzen weit gefächert. Unsere Mitglieder kommen aus folgenden Bereichen: Öko-Agrarmanagement, Betriebswirtschaft, Kommunikationsdesign und Musik.
Milch hat mir schon immer geschmeckt. Als ich früher dachte, dass ich keine Laktose mehr vertrage, habe ich mich nach Alternativen umgeschaut. Und hier in der Region ist Haferdrink ja das ökologisch sinnvollste. Das gab es aber leider nicht in Glasflaschen. Also dachten wir uns, machen wir das doch einfach selbst.
Nachhaltigkeit ist uns wichtig, daher kommt der größte Teil unserer Zutaten aus Brandenburg. Wasser?
Von den Stadtwerken Brandenburg.
Hafer?
Aus der Schälmühle Vetschau.
Sonnenblumenöl?
Von der Teutoburger Ölmühle.
Und Solesalz.
Von der Steintherme Bad Belzig. Wir füllen unser Produkt ausschließlich in Mehrwegglasflaschen ab. Dazu verwenden wir Blue Seal Deckel. Wir vertreiben unser Produkt in einem ökologisch sinnvollen Radius von 300 Kilometern und arbeiten mit verschiedenen Biogroßhändlern zusammen.
Unsere handelnden Mitglieder erhalten einen Genossenschaftsrabatt von rund 3% beim Biogroßhandel. Diesen können sie nach eigenem Ermessen an ihre KundInnen weitergeben.
Der nächste große Schritt wird für uns ein Umzug in die Stadt Brandenburg an der Havel sein. Unsere Produktionsräume, die wir gemeinsam mit der Mosterei Ketzür nutzen, sind nämlich bereits jetzt zu klein. Und damit wir auch in Zukunft einen regionalen Haferdrink in der Glasflasche produzieren können, brauchen wir dringend größere Produktionsräume. Probieren Sie doch einfach mal selbst.
Okay, thank you very much. Pavo, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you see me?
I think in a second. Yeah. Hi, Pavo.
Nice.
So, really exciting concept. I think it's kind of sustainability from A to Z. It's completely thought through. So I really like that about it.
Hopefully.
So, you know the drill. 3 minutes for you.
Okay.
I set the timer and the stage is yours.
Okay, my name is Pavo Günther and I studied drums and musicology. In 2017, I recognized that I move a lot during my artistic work, but socially the movement seems to be zero. That's why I started to study sustainable entrepreneurship and also evolved the idea of Havelmi. The aim of Havelmi is to offer a purely plant-based sustainable oat milk product with regionally and locally sourced ingredients. Our cooperative enterprise strives to stand out from other established brands by minimizing its environmental impact. We are guided by the primary objective of producing a competitive food staple that is superior to dairy milk, not only in ethical and environmental terms, but also with respect to its taste and use in, for example, coffee specialties. We put particular emphasis on a craft production process and in-house training of our staff. Our production site is located in the village of Ketzür, 15 kilometers north of Brandenburg city. We have joined forces with Most Manufaktur Havelland, a regionally rooted fruit press business, and Regionalwert AG Berlin-Brandenburg to produce a one-of-its-kind oat milk. For our product, we use regionally sourced oats and sunflower oil certified to the standard of Bioland, as well as the salt from Bad Belzig thermal spa. This salt is extracted from an 800-meter deep underground salt spring. But we don't only address the ecological challenges, but also the social ones. Therefore, we formed a cooperative, which is one of the oldest and most secure legal forms in history. Accordingly, we welcome new members from across the entire value chain, from farmers to prosumers. In doing so, we firmly adhere to the basic principle of any cooperative enterprise, which is to promote its members. Starting at only 3 shares of €50, you can invest in the socio-ecological transformation very easy. Therefore, you do not only get a proportionate fund of our annual profit, but also contact to a very diverse community. There are a lot of more opportunities to support us in a flexible manner in a number of areas, including applying for membership in our supervisory board or, in the longer term, for a permanent position in our business. Last but not least, we are highly interested in an increasing cooperation with science like supervising final theses or collective research, as we do with the Institute for Agro and Urban Ecological Projects, IASP. You find all information about us on hafemi.org. Together, we create the taste of tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pavo. My first question would be about, because you produce stuff and you sell stuff in stores, so I wonder how the Corona crisis affected your business.
Yeah, the only effect we recognize is that some companies we work with have longer delivery times, but in general, we don't have any effect on our business.
Okay, so one question from the audience, maybe one question from me as well. Where can I buy it? Maybe in Potsdam, because we're at the Potsdam Science Park Conference, and how much does it cost per liter?
At the moment, we are in, I think, around 50 stores in Berlin-Brandenburg and also Saxonia. We have a map on our website there you can find nearly all the stores. We try to keep it updated as possible, and the price is depends on the reseller. It's between 2.70 and 2.79 in general per liter. All
right. So thank you very much, Pavo. I see you in a bit. I send you back to the backstage. And then we come to the last contestant. Let me introduce you, Dr. Thomas Bocholte. He's CEO and founder of the Rhodos BioTarget. And now it's complicated. He's developing medical nanocarriers for specific drug delivery to where and how long it is needed in our bodies. I had a briefing with Thomas. I learned a lot about the topic. It's really interesting. Hi, Thomas.
Hello. Hi. Good afternoon.
Nice to have you. So I guess we start with the video to introduce you.
Thank you.
Rhodos BioTarget is a leading developer and manufacturer of lipid-based nanoparticles. I'm Thomas Bocholte and I'm the CEO of the company. 12 years ago, the company was founded by eminent US and Germany-based scientists based on the idea of target drug delivery using the Tagosphere technology.
I'm Dr. Karen Beseke. By training, I'm chemist specialized on nano and material chemistry. I joined Rhodos as product developer and product manager, and in the laboratory I'm responsible for preparing lipid-based nanoparticles for customers. There is no individual method to prepare these nanoparticles. One method is the microfluidic. In this, the chemicals are mixed on a microfluidic chip. With this device, it is possible to prepare lipid-based nanoparticles based on customers' needs. Hi, Raji.
Hi, Karen. I have a specific question. CROs are asking whether we could able to downsize the nanoparticles or not.
Yes, with this device, it is possible to prepare nanoparticles or to decrease the size of the nanoparticles by just adapting the flow rates.
Oh, it's possible. So I can pass this information to CROs.
Yes,
thank you very
I
much.
will try it.
Thank you very much. See you in the office. Yeah. Hello, my name is Dr. Panem. I'm a senior project manager in Rodos BioTarget, and today I'm here in the Potsdam Science Park working together with our team Karin and Thomas, who is our CEO of our company.
Our Rodos BioTarget vision is to successfully fulfill the next milestones for our projects and to increase our marketing and sales activities worldwide with our brand Tagosphere.
And let's go.
Okay, so it's a pleasure for me to represent and to present Rodos BioTarget. Rodos BioTarget is a biopharmaceutical company that develops special liposome-based formulations, drug formulations, for the special delivery intracorporeal to the right place. So the original idea was from the founders of Rodos, a group of very, very experienced and creative and highly motivated scientists from the USA and from Germany to unpack existing effective drugs to liposomes, balls, and bring it to the body exactly to the place where it's needed. And in 2008-9, it was the idea to improve the HIV, the AIDS treatments. So this was the basis of the foundation of the formation of the company in 2009. In the meantime, the company has a leading rule covered by patents and other rights, really frequent stuff overall to protect, but also to provide this knowledge, to unpack active components and deliver it exactly to the place where it's needed. So this so-called nanotransport system and technology is also covered with a roof. And this roof is a covered trade roof and covered by frequent patents. It's the Tagosphere technology. So Tagosphere is working for institutions, scientific institutions, for the pharmaceutical industry, and this mode of action with liposome in packaging is another way for the next generation of drug development. So we are working with public institutions, with pharmaceutical industry, and we have our focus these days with a high priority on our Potsdam Science Park location in a project. It's a therapeutic concept based on our Tagosphere platform to intervene with fundamental alternative disease of chronic inflammatory diseases. For example, multiple sclerosis and psoriasis. Again, we are on our way to combine marketing and scientific activities, and we are close to the next milestone. Thank you.
So one question, you mentioned the word milestone 2 times in your pitch and in the video. So my question would be, when will your technology be used in a regular basis in medical treatments? So when will it be mainstream?
This really depends on the next steps of our collaborations. And there are some in vivo milestones, and this will be start of next year.
Oh, so that's very exciting.
Potentially, yeah.
Okay, so I wish you luck. We are a little bit short on time now, so only one question. So Thomas, thank you very much. Back to the backstage.
Thank you.
So that's it. We heard 6 exciting pitches, but only one can go home as winner today at the Pitch Award 2020. So before we announce the winner, I would like to take the opportunity to thank again our sponsor of the session and the prize. So that's the Süddeutsche Datenschutzgesellschaft, roughly translated to South German Data Protection Agency. And if you have any legal or technical questions regarding data protection, data security at your institution, at your organization, please don't hesitate to contact Maximilian Windisch in the chat. He's a data protection consultant with the agency and is happy to answer your questions. This nice sign, so everyone in the office can see you are the winner of the Pitch Award 2020. And there will be also the prize of a free data protection consulting package for your organization, sponsored by the Süddeutschen Datenschutzgesellschaft. So that's, I think, quite nice in times of data protection laws in Germany. So, and now we have the winner. So drum rolls, and the winner of the Pitch Award 2020 at the Potsdam Science Park Conference is Mike Richardson. Mike, he's celebrating. Mike, we don't hear you. Mike, we need you're on mute.
It's probably good that I was on mute. Some profanities to express my happiness and thankfulness. So thank you. I'm just lucky to have won this because, frankly, everyone else who is pitching has novel solutions that warrant attention from anyone who's watching. Okay. So thank you. But, what I want to share is if you're watching this, please check out Rodos. All of the companies here, they all have powerful solutions that are worthy of investment, attention, and with great people that you want to get to know.
Thank you, Mike. You're kind of in a streak right now. You sold your company, you win the award. I also know you're a fan of the Democrats, and it seems like Biden won, so three in a row for you.
That winning is good for all of us, I think.
All right.
Thank you.
So thank you to all the speakers. It was a great competition. It was great pitches from all of you. Again, the prize, the data protection package for you, for Mike. I hope you can use it well. I think it's a really nice prize. And with this, I would thank you all again. Thank the audience for voting. And I guess we will see next year. Stay healthy.